Hello everyone and welcome to Reclamation episode 6. Today we are going to be getting into some mechanism, so let's get started. The best thing to do after reclaiming the world is start to mess around with nuclear fission, because that's really not going to cause any problems. But there was me just sorting out my quest release for mechanism. We should probably get into a bit of a better version of power than solar. It's not very reliable, and we should probably do ethylene burning whatchamacallits, because we do have carrots, a lot of carrots, so probably a good idea. We're going to need another crusher, a rotary condensator. I've made 4 gas burning generators to burn the ethylene, hopefully that's enough, and an electrolytic separator. In all honesty, we don't really have a great place to put any power. I might just put it here, and then if we need to, we can go up or down. Yeah, it'll be a bit of a mess. Just to get this all started, we're going to do a bit of janky wiring just so the machines start working. So this electrolytic separator will give us hydrogen and oxygen, and it's giving me them on the wrong side because we need hydrogen. Right, you're moving over here then instead. Typical. And luckily for me, this is a pack where we can use the little sync method. So we're storing oxygen over here and hydrogen here, which is lovely. And lo and behold, our pipe transferring carrots to our crusher over here, which is fun and cool. And we're going to store the excess in a drawer. If I have a spare drawer, I don't think I do, but I have a chest and that's close enough. We've made it. It's here. I've got some tier installers for these because who doesn't love doing loads of carrots at the same time? And we should eject, output, auto eject. There we go. Now we have biofuel. And now we just need to combine water, hydrogen, and biofuel. We'll get substrate, which we don't really need. It makes the HDP, but I don't know if we need that right now, but it'll be good in the future, I suppose. And ethylene. Woohoo, ethylene's what we want. So I guess we need to find somewhere to... We've kind of run out of sides, haven't we? I don't really know. Wait, we've got... Oh, I can do a front. Oh, I can do a front output. That's very nice. Yay, ethylene. Front output. Mechanism's much better in a version where you can actually change the input and output sides, because oh my goodness, before it was painful. And then I guess I'm just going to put the... this under here. It would probably be good if I had a void upgrade, but whatever. Output. Auto eject. Yay. Perfect. So we'll just I'll leave that visible so I can see if it starts filling up or whatever. Yay. We have ethylene production. And to store all the power, I've made myself a slightly fancier energy cube, which I will probably also reconnect back up to the power. Pop output. This is so messy. That's why we watch, isn't it? Because I'm messy. There we go. Now we have self-sustaining power, probably. Yay. So there we go. Now we're making plenty of power. And a big mess around the center of the base. Oh well. We need to make a large reactor. They're pretty cheap. I don't know if there's reactor glass. I think there should be. Yes, reactor glass. Oh, that takes enriched iron. That's a bit boring. I'm sure that's fine. So yeah, we're making a big reactor, guys. I've never done this. It might explode. Very likely could possibly really explode. I don't really know how to do redstone. I don't know. Fission port? Is there a port at mechanism? Is there a redstone? A redstone port? Shift N for a description. How does one make it not explode? We'll see. We need lots of glass though, so I'm just cooking up a load of sand. I made an advanced smelting factory. Now we have all the power. It doesn't even make a dent. It's got 8 speed upgrades in. We have extra ethylene. This is powerful. We should have done this before. Bye bye solar reactors, you suck. I forgot we can upgrade our Sojourner's sash to a Globetrotter's sash. I don't think it upgrades anymore. No. Okay. Oh, now we can run even faster, which is important because we're going to have to travel a little bit to be able to build this reactor. Though we still have a long way to go. The building gadget makes building a really large reactor so much easier. We can just build up like that after we've gone up once and then go along like this. And why am I making a 17 by 17 reactor? Also some of this will have to go off the top. It shouldn't be completely flat, but that's all right because we need the control rods. But yes, I'm doing this because I'm crazy. And I've never made a mechanism reactor, and I thought it'd be fun to make a really big one. I've just automated source gems. So basically the amethyst will go into the thing. Once it's turned into source gems, it'll be extracted because the only inventory it can be extracted into is source gem only. So that's nice and easy. We can just leave that running for a while. It's mainly because I wanted earth essence so that we can make some growth accelerators, because we're running a little low on steel, in fact, which is not great. So I'm maybe I don't know if I can automate this. This is very slow without source. Obviously, we haven't really automated source, but I thought maybe we could just, if it's running all the time, it might not be an issue, so we'll see. Messily, and probably quite slowly, because there's no source left, that should be automated earth essence. Really, 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 really slow automated earth essence. That's not great, is it? Okay, I've made a tablet of overgrowth. We want to put it on our steel seeds over here because they're the ones we need more of. And activate. Oh, there's a skeleton somewhere. Hello. That's not the best, really, is it? It's alright, but that's so much better. So maybe it's not actually worth making lots of those. That's alright. Okay, I'm being a bit dumb here. I think we need to get into AE2 because to make these, we need empty chemical tanks, and they don't stack. So it's actually really hard to make the fusion fission assembly without that. So yes, A2 I think would be much more beneficial, so maybe we need to actually get into that a little bit. So we'll start off making a charger. If we put a diamond, an enriched diamond in fact, into that, we should... Oh, I've made it charged by accident. I was only hoping for a normal one. I left it in there too long. Don't really have a lot of diamonds, so I'll try to be frugal. Oh right, it needs to be enriched. We need to make a budding Certus quartz, so if we chuck in a Certus quartz block and a charged Certus quartz into a puddle, ta-da, we get a damaged one. I think if we keep chucking them in, it'll get better. So that's once, twice. Is that good enough? Flawed? Can I make a flawless? Flawless. No. We're just going to do this 2 more times so that we can get a flawed one for the quest. There's once and there's twice. I think, are there growth accelerators in this? Yes, there is. Now we want to chuck some nether quartz, charged Certus and redstone into a pool, which will give us a Fluix. Beep, beep, beep. There we go, Fluix crystals. Okay, we're trying something new now. Apparently we can copy this Certus quartz sulfur by using Thurgy, and I think it works for diamonds, but it's a bit more complicated. So I made one for diamonds, but I don't think we can do it like this. So this has got mercury in it. It took a whole stack, but now we can make mercury really easily. It's just like gold makes 5. We've got infinite gold. So we want to make Certus quartz sulfur. So we'll put that in there as the target. I've automated salamoniac over here with just a sink. So we're making tons of that. With this, we're making amethyst sulfur. If I put that in the source pedestal, that should be the source, and we should get the result eventually. I'm not sure how this works, but I feel like it's like this, but nothing's happening. I don't know why I thought it was amethyst. It's not, it's lapis that you do it with. I think amethyst does fluid instead. Let me have a look. Okay, that's actual amethyst, this one. Yes, it does Fluix, prismarine, obviously amethyst again, and more amethyst. Yeah, so it's good for Fluix. But this, now it should work. Oh, look, it's doing something. Oh, that's so cool. And then in 5 seconds-ish... Oh, no, we've already got some. Yay. And now, I haven't put the mineralis salt in. We should be able to get... Where is it? Salt vessel, sulfur vessel, and then if I put coal in, we will now get Certus quartz without me having to spend loads of diamonds. Which is cool, and it's fun that this mod, it wasn't just irrelevant after the beginning. I probably should have paid a bit more attention to it, but it's fine. Right, let's try and not be too lazy. We want to... Oh no, everything's alchemy. Oh dear, I hate the alchemy thing. Right, pain. Wow, oh gosh, that's so annoying that takes an archaic brick. To get an archaic brick, I don't think I can spawn him. Wouldn't that be nice? I don't think I can spawn him. What does it say? Once you have one, you can use it to make more. Simply by infusing it with more clay and soul sand. What does that mean? So I need to make... Oh, right, okay. Oh, okay. So it's doubled the level of alchemy. Oh, I hate the alchemy thing. It sucks. Luckily for me, I did leave my ember on for ages, and we've got quite a few ember shards, so that shouldn't be the issue. The new issue is that we need something called silver, which, yeah, we don't have. Does it only make me 1 silver ingot? That would be really mean. And how do I make more? What's the recipe? That's not silver. Silver. I can reform it with rare metals. Only that? Oh no, here we go. Is that gold? With gold. Okay, that's fine. To make our first silver, we need a mana powder, a dawnstone, a whiff of magic gypsum, and an ember crystal. And this will give us our first, there we go, silver sulfur. And now we have our silver sulfur. We can put it in here with some gold essence, like so. And now we will be able to make... I'll take that out. We'll make more silver essence. Or sulfur. There we go. Silver. Woohoo. More. Our first archaic bricks are made a little bit differently. We need either iron or copper aspectus, an infused iron, and a tainted gold. So let's start with the iron ones. We'll put one on this one and one on that, with a tainted gold on the left and a infused iron on the right, and then a normal brick in the middle. And we'll see if this works or not. And sadly, it didn't work. We have one glowing spot, so that means one's iron and one's copper, like so. So we'll give it another go with these two. At least this is only 2 pedestals. Some of the ones coming up are 5, which is a lot more confusing. So again, we've got that one on the left, that one on the right, and that's definitely a copper one, I think. Let me just double check the recipe before we do it and I mess up. Copper, yep, okay. Let's give it another go. And that was correct. We have 2 archaic bricks. And now we have archaic bricks, we can like duplicate them with iron and silver aspectus and clay and soul sand, which is a bit cheaper. So let's try and figure out the puzzle for that. We'll start off with, let's do full iron to start with and see how that goes. And sadly, that was a failure. Let's see what we got. We have 2 glowing spots. So 2 of them will be iron and 1 will be a silver one. So let's switch that one out and put in another piece of clay, since that was one of the ones that got removed. It's a shame because we'll be out of that's not what needs to go there. If we fail this too many times, we'll have to make the archaic brick again, but that's okay. And luckily for me, that was the correct orientation. So you have 1 silver, 2 iron with clay on both the iron, on a silver and an iron, and the soul sand also on an iron. And that should work. So let's make a few of these, I suppose. Luckily for me, we don't need that many archaic bricks because we only need 4 for this, like so, and then 1 for this one, which is going to be the most annoying because it takes 5 aspectuses. So we're going to do 5 and we'll put the recipe on, which is a dawnstone plate, 2 tainted gold, and don't take that off, a salamoniac crystal, and then 1 of the archaic bricks. And in the middle, which I haven't actually made, is a decorated pot, but I do, for some reason, I do have the bricks for it. So we can actually make some decorated pots, so that's actually alright. And we'll give this a go and see how many of these need to be dawnstone. So 2 of them need to be dawnstone, that's good to know. I converted 3 to copper and 3 glowing spots and 2 pale spots, so I assume maybe I should have done full copper. I think that means there is no iron ones, but I'm not sure. Okay, so we've got 1 glowing spot and 4 pale spots now, so I've actually moved some of these into the incorrect places. That was smart of me. Okay, there we go. Our pot. So it was salamoniac and tainted gold on the 2 dawnstones, and everything else was on the copper. And now we have our digestion vat, and we should be able to, with our final archaic bricks, be able to make a fermentation vat. And there we go, 1 fermentation vat, which I have absolutely no idea how to use. Okay, to start with, we need to make alchemical niter for rare gems. So to do that, we need to put water into the fermentation vat, add some alchemical sulfur of the right variety. In this case, amethyst works, I think. Yes, amethyst specifically is one of the ones it suggests. And then we need to put in some crops and shift right click. Maybe you don't do anything, you just wait. Maybe that's closed and it's working. Oh yes, it just closes and it's working. So I'll leave that for a little bit. For the next step, we are going to have to purify some gold. To do that, we need to put gold in a digestion vat with some salt. I think any salt's fine for this. And wait 50 seconds and we'll get 20. I've just put a stack of each and I'm sure that'll be fine. While we're waiting for things to create, does it have to be a sticky piston? Oh, that's annoying. Let's make some inscribers. Let's make 5. Why? Who knows? Let's see if I've got enough slime balls. I had 12 slime balls I could easily find. There we go, 5 inscribers. To be able to use our inscribers, we are going to have to do another ritual, and this ritual will allow us to spawn a meteor that will give us the inscriber presses. And luckily no power is required, so we can do it far away, though I don't know if I have any purple chalk. I've got a little bit of purple chalk left. Is there an item repairer? Wouldn't that be good? Repair. What's this? That doesn't sound like it repairs. Okay, I've drawn the circle out here and we've got all of the ingredients. So let's just chuck them in and see if this works. I don't know if it'll... Oh, well, it's working. Hope this doesn't... Oh, here we go. Oh, what if it doesn't give me all of them? That would be very sad. I'd be very sad. Hello, cube. Can I just break this? Okay, we get all of them. I guess that's sort of how it works now, maybe. So I've just made a matter condenser because we're going to be needing a singularity very soon. And also we're going to need an annihilation core and a formation core. So that, from a guess, is about 30. ones of these, which is 30 logic processors, which we have to crush our Certus quartz and then cook it to get silicon, and then we can make the logic processors. We're also going to need even more Certus quartz because we will need it to be able to make the upgrades to this. They will require a calculation processor. While we were doing stuff, our alchemical niter has become ready and some of our purified gold, and to actually get it to be able to improve the diamonds, we need to make it into precious gem, which is 4 of that, some purified gold and some sal ammoniac into the digestion vat. So let's just put this here, put this in, put the purified gold in, and shift right click to close the top, and that should get to work. Just thinking ahead while I'm making more Certus quartz with our little incubator machine, we are going to need both fluorite and uranium, and seeds are probably our best way of getting them. We will need to make a fair bit with alchemical sulfur beforehand, so for that we need to make an orchid, which is actually pretty cheap, to be quite honest at this stage. A rune of pride and a rune of greed are really not going to set us back. I think we might even have some terra steel nuggets left. We do, so that's very helpful. So I'll make that while I'm also making some of this, and we have a small chance to be able to get the ore. So 1% chance to get a fluorite and a 1.3 to get uranium. As soon as we get 1 ore, we're pretty good. We can duplicate the sulfur, so it won't be a problem, but we do just need to get that original ore. We could also go through bees, but that's painful and I don't want to do that. Okay, so this should be our orchid. If I put everything in, yay, 1 orchid. So this takes mana and converts stone into different ores. A fair amount of mana if I remember, but I'm not sure, so let's give it a go. Okay, this won't be very efficient, but does I have to be on this? Oh, there we go, osmium. I guess I'll just do it sort of slowly like this for a while, to be quite honest, and see what we can get. And after not very long, we've already got our first fluorite ore, so that's pretty good. Now we just need uranium. That is actually shockingly good. How? Oh well, we won't question it. And there's our uranium ore. That was actually surprisingly not that difficult. Thank you. It took a bit of crafting, but I can finally make our 64k ME storage component. We want to have a singularity. Oh, that's so slow. And the singularity thing we were doing before was a bit too slow, so I've changed it. So we've got 6 sinks and the ultimate mechanical pipe. I don't know if there's a faster pipe. This will do, I suppose. And we are storing energy a lot faster than we were, so we just need to wait. We only need 1. This is to make the Certus quartz seeds. We've got pretty much everything else. Yeah, we can make these in a second too, so it's all good. We just need the singularity, and then we won't have to bother with the alchemy for it anymore. I did make 4 diamonds from the alchemy. It's very inefficient, actually. I don't know how good that is, to be quite honest. Lo and behold, after all that time, we finally have our singularity. Whoopee-doo. So where is my essence and a prosperity shards? We can now make ourselves some Certus quartz seeds, which will make our endeavors into AE2 much more easy. That and the singularity and that Certus quartz seeds. So we have that. I'll just set up a little crafter for it, 10 them, etc, etc, and we should be good to go. Okay, so if we're going to get antimatter, it would be very much beneficial for us to get the fluorite and uranium seeds, and fluorite seeds are actually really easy. We need a bit of plastic, which we don't have quite yet. We need a demon will, 2 demon will crystals, which we do have, and a block of fluorite, which I'm working on. To get the plastic, we need 2 HDPE rods, 4 HDPE pellets, which is just a substrate which we've been making anyway in a PRC with oxygen and ethylene, which we have both of. So that should be really easy. I just need another PRC. Okay, so I'm just making liquid ethylene in a rotary condensator, and we are putting it into our new PRC with some oxygen, and then if we just chuck in a bit of substrate, we will get our HDPE pellets. We should need 16? 8. Maybe we only need 8. That would be nice. 8 only. We can just leave this running for a little bit as well. It doesn't matter if we get a secret stack of HDPE pellets stuck in here, but this was very nice and easy. And yeah, perfect. There we go. And then there we go, some rods. There we go, 1 plastic. Perfect. Okay, and this should be our fluorite seeds. We're a little way off uranium seeds. I've got enough uranium. It's just making the process of making them is a little bit of a pain, so we'll leave these for now and we'll continue with a bit of an AE2 system before I completely forget and get distracted, which would be classic. So we've basically got everything we need to make the AE2 system, except this storage lectern. To be able to make our storage lectern, we need bookworm charms. I would like 9 ME controllers, so therefore we need 9 of these and 9 bookworm charms. And to get a bookworm charm, we need to augment a ritual of awakening. This ritual with a book and quill. I think actually the book and quill is going to be the hardest part of this. I don't think we have ink sacs, so I'm going to have to go into the. Are there any squids or not? I don't know. I don't think I've seen a squid. Does it have to be an ink sac? It seems to appear to have to be an ink sac. It can't just be black dye. I can summon a squid. I assume that means there aren't any squids in the water. Unsure. And to increase our chance of getting ink sacs from our ritual for the squid, we're going to add looting. And it's funny, you can make it really easily actually. Just a bit of do I have enough emeralds for this? How many emeralds would I need? 1, 5 and 9. 14. Do I have 14 emeralds? Okay, maybe we won't be getting looting. We have 14 emeralds! Yay! Thank you, Blood Magic Dimension. So actually, that's fine. Goodness me, we need A2 so desperately. So yeah, I'm gonna do this. We have the enchanting apparatus. We have earth essence. I actually got loads of earth essence because I've just had this running for ages. Perfect. Okay, so let's start with this one, which will be looting 1. We have to go through them in order. Okay, it takes... How much source did it say? It took 6,000. So this is a 10,000 source when that's full. Good to know. Ta-da! Looting 1. I'll go fill this up again. And this should be our looting 2 book. I just think this looks so cool. We love Ars Nouveau here. Yay, looting 2. And finally, now I filled my source jar up, this should be our looting 3 book. Yahoo! Looting 3, we did it. Perfect. I've only got 2 birthing tokens left, so hopefully the looting 3 means that we can get enough. So it's a black and a blue petal and an egg. I forgot, oh no, there we go. Hello, squid. We got 4 ink sacs. Okay, so we might only get 8, which is probably fine. Oh, I got a squid head. We got 8. Okay, 8's probably fine. Let's go for 8. And thank you, squid, for your sacrifice. Okay, so we should have everything now for almost. Which colors did I need? Not the yellow one. No one likes the yellow one. Give me purple, please. Purple. There we go. Okay, now we're ready. Now we're ready, and we can make 8 of these. And I've got 8 books and quills. They're just in my bag. Okay, so I've put the thing on. We drop a book and quill to augment and right click. Aha, bookworm charm. Okay, so I'll just do that another few times. Okay, so it takes 3 chests, a bookworm charm and a lectern, and that should cook. And I don't know how much, or does it take any sauce? No, in fact, it does not. I filled this for no reason. It's fine. We will continue to do this until we get all of these storage lecterns. Why? Okay, it was a quest. Good. I was worried it didn't count. Yahoo! Now, we should be able to make ourselves 8 ME controllers. And I've just made like a sort of hut here so that we have somewhere to deal with all of that. And now our controller is powered. We just need to make some cables and a crafting terminal, that sort of stuff, to actually connect it to all of this stuff. Woohoo! Here's a classical automation for charged Certus quartz with just being filtered by drawers, because this can only extract when it is charged, which is very useful. So now we can have a few charged Certus quartz being made automatically rather than me having to do all of it by hand, which takes a long time. I'll put some more in as well. Okay, so here we are with our storage terminal. I have just done everything we can to possibly fill this entirely up. So yeah, let me just put everything in here so that we can transfer everything over. There's a storage bus on here, so all of that, the drawers are connected. So let me go around and go to all the chests that we have, literally absolutely everywhere, and start filling this back in again. Woohoo! AE storage. Some of that, everything, I think, anyway, has been moved over. Can we sort by inventory tweak? No. Okay, well, we're going to sort by item name then, maybe? Or mod? Why can't it let me sort by inventory tweaks? That was always my favorite. Oh well, we now have stored absolutely everything, pretty much, I think, apart from the bee stuff over there, but I didn't care about that. Woohoo! So yeah, there we go. Now it should be much easier for us to make the stuff that I was trying to make before. These. Yes, look, I just made 47 of them, basically, with no issues at all. And this... Okay, this is still easier because I can just, yeah. So yeah, now we can start making our fission reactor again after that massive detour. However, I think we shall be continuing that next episode. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.